Yeah, and welcome back to Orwell. Yeah. I think we've got information on Smythe there. But now, the irony is not lost on me. We tried to get our message through, but whatever we did, it wasn't enough to get your attention. And now we show up on our doorstep, uninvited, yet still wanting attention. Willkommen, bienvenue, welcome. Now that you're here, let's have a small chat, shall we? I've got someone here who's desperately eager to meet you at all. World, meet my good friend Benjamin Cossigan. Benjamin, meet the world. On first sight, Benjamin seems like a fine man, doesn't he? He's 32, so in his best years. Lives in a cozy house. Even has a pregnant fiancée named Amy Peters. Never would you guess what terrible secret he hides. I will put it in here. I can put it in there to get him into trouble, but we will wait. So, see, Benjamin here is a government agent in a project they apparently call Orwell. Never heard of it? No surprise. I hadn't either. They don't want us to know, at least not yet. Orwell might make it mind-numbingly easy to spy on all of you, just with a few mouse clicks. Ordinary people recruited from anywhere in the world make those mouse clicks seem as if they were all just a game. Then there's Benjamin. He's the guy who receives your data, has an elaborate look at it, and says, this is the one we'll put in jail. This is the one's life we're gonna fuck up. That's one of a hell job, isn't it? Now you might ask me, where did Hancock fella get his info from? The answer is, from the old project itself, because the thing isn't even secure. No, I don't expect you to believe me just like that. I'd like to propose something better. Go and ask Benjamin. Oh yeah, I almost forgot that you don't know him. No problemo. Here's his address. If you would kindly visit him and send him my best regards, that would be much appreciated. We'll take care of the bastard that sit on the other side of this old project. We'll dig through all your personal files and grin while I look at your new photographs. Thought is your friend. We'll get them for you, promise. The thought must be 3 again. Hancock. I'm not friends with Mr. Why am I? Where did that come from? I'll grant you to add more, if there is any. I want to know. I need to know. Engage Amy Peters? No. A government employee on Orwell? No. And this is your address. How is this possible? This cannot be happening. I need to go home now. Yep. Benjamin Costigan. I guess we are now actively sabotaging the Orwell project, aren't we? A gift for you. So, initiate. Attacking Orwell worked, but not for long, and not again, not this way. I got you a gift though. Take a look at your Thought web server. Handle it with care. I've conducted talks with the members' Thought. Of course they claim to be neither involved in the bombings nor to be in contact with Abraham Goldfelds. Thought was formed as a debate club at first, but then became an activist group. There is this Julie character who seems rather harmless, but this Harrison O Donnell might as well be a fanatic. Talking to him gave me the impression that it is Thought leader if one calls him that. He openly spoke against the government and the safety bill. He certainly seems to be the fanatic type. Observe him. Remember our agreement. Oh, Langley. God, are you being an evil person? Well, ended for the day, huh? So, global. Need to locate Abraham Goldfelds. Let's just collect all of the stuff here and then read it one by one, right? A full-on day here. So, we need to locate Abram Goldfields. We have indication to believe that Abram Goldfields inside the Bonton bombings. We need to locate him. TNB suspects thought of Bonton bombings. The National Bureau has published an article claiming thought to be behind the Bonton bombings. Thought perceived with hate. Thought was perceived by the public with hate after the TNB article. And an attack on the Orwell mainframe occurred. So Gunther Ahrens, he was friends with Joseph Langley. He was sued by the government about a breach of his working contract for being absent. He suffers from inoperable terminal cancer. Apparently, he changed his name from Gunther Ahrens. Abram Goldfields was the name he picked when immigrating to the nation. He was reported missing in 1993. He died last year, probably due to cancer. We searched his house in a remote area of Fairview, and it seems to be completely abandoned. He was married. He seemingly left his family behind when immigrating to the nation. Joseph Langley. He handled a famous case against the government in the past. He received a request to submit information on Gunther Ahrens. He was friends with Gunther Ahrens. He received Gunther Ahrens in a case against the government. He proposed to submit information on Thought and not on Gunther Ahrens. He found no evidence that he financed Nina Matanova. There could be evidence, but no. Judith Carrington. We noticed that she spent all weekend at Rosentag. She took Gunther Ahrens' course after they got to know each other online, and he invited her. She requested information on a project called Demiurge by her employer, Rosentag. Harrison O Donnell. He lost his job at National Beholder. He blamed the deviations of Thought's course on Nina Matanova. He exposed her personal information on Benjamin Costigan. Initiate. He's a member of Thought. He was placed at Rosa Technology as an intern. And Benjamin Costigan. His identity was compromised. Personal information was exposed. Episode 5. Under the Spreading Chestnut Tree. Oh, Catherine Delacroix. Directly, huh? Good morning, investigator. Since you have the most powerful investigative tool at your disposal, I suspect you already know who I am. You, on the other hand, have been a hard-working investigator so far. You have proved always working as intended. I will be your new advisor on this case. This has become far too important to leave the case to an advisor with an exposed identity. Symes is well, but no longer fit to work on Orwell. Moving forward, we'll not speak about him again. As far as you're concerned, he never existed. With yesterday's reveal of Orwell, sympathizers of the terrorist group have taken to the street. We need to show all of the nation Orwell is keeping them safe. We won't allow some fool to trample on everything we have achieved. We must get rid of the imposter pretending to be Abram Goldfields, find out who did it and where they are hiding. So we are now directly working for the security minister. Headlines. Ooh. Also exposed government employee vandalized. Government employee vandalized after his private address got exposed. Fairview. A quiet house in Fairview was ravaged by vandalism overnight as raging protesters took up arms and tried to invade the home of government employee Benjamin C. and his financee. Color bombs and spray paint were used to deface the outer walls of the estate, along with the owner's car, which was left in the driveway. The garden was trampled and several windows of his home were left shattered. Benjamin C. and his financee were not home during the attack, which was called in by several of their neighbors during the early hours of the morning. Just before the incident, Benjamin C. has been doxxed, a practice where online groups leak personal information on the internet with malicious intent, by an activist group Thought when they claimed he was linked to a new government initiative, the project now known as Orwell, allegedly will be used to install mass surveillance on all citizens in the nation. At this time, it remains unclear whether anti-government protesters connected to the projects are involved in the crime. Headlines. More. Anti-Orwell protesters gathered at Freedom Memorial remains. As Thought activists unveil government surveillance system Orwell, supporters gather at former Freedom Memorial. Government stays silent. Late on Sunday evening, protesters gathered at Freedom Plaza in Bonton. Once again, Freedom Plaza has become the center of attention, with over a dozen citizens protesting at a ravaged Freedom Memorial on Sunday evening. The cause of the protest is the recent unveiling of Orwell, a mass surveillance program issued in secret by the government. The information was leaked by an activist group Thought, the same group that was brought to public attention as alleged culprit of Bonton bombings. The group claimed in a recent blog post that it had proof that the government has plans to use the system to put the population of the nation under mass surveillance. We've reached out to government for statements about the Orwell project, but at the time of the publication, we have not received a reply. More on the story as it unfolds. Negotiations on Triflev renewed. Triflev, under the lead of Prime Minister Blaine, negotiations about structured re-elections with the opposition have been resumed, leaving experts baffled. Blaine and Cassard gather around a round table in Triflev. Triflev, the Pakistani President Cassard has given the green light to resume negotiations about a re-election. This is the result came only from one day of Prime Minister Blaine's visit to Triflev, and is widely interpreted as a beacon of hope for the crisis-riddled region. Under supervision of the Prime Minister, Cassard and members of the opposition gathered at the round table in the Pakistan presidential palace after talks had been discontinued last week. Experts, who had mostly predicted long and difficult talks, are surprised by the sudden change of mind by Cassard, due to the Prime Minister's intervention. Meanwhile, the riots in Triflev went on, but decreased in intensity significantly as many followers of the opposition called off the planned actions at the news of the round table's gathering. Let's see what the listener produces. Thought must gather once again. I'm sorry, yeah. Gunther Ahrens, members of Thought, my dear friends. As we all have experienced, we are being besieged by the government. They have denounced us, called us terrorists, and turned the public against us. This will stop today. The days are about to come to an end. I have a plan, but for this to work, we must meet like we did in the old days, when we have our meetings in Cafe Chestnut. We'll have a conference called 4 p.m. sharp. Of course, I'm well aware that a meeting in person won't work out for us. You need not to fear surveillance. All has been taken care of. I will contact you. Get in a safe position. Be ready. He's dead, though. A gathering? We know Abraham Goldfeld is dead. So must be impersonating him. This is as clear as crystal. We must act swiftly and collect as much evidence as possible before this gathering commences. Thought is certainly up to no good. Yes, Mrs. Hillary. As you know, processing data chunk is time-consuming. I would say that we have time for roughly 20 data chunks. Be considerate. Ghosting. You think I'm stupid? First you don't tell me where you are because you need to ghost, then hours later you don't answer your phone. So it compares asking for you and she told me you were at Cyber Cafe Chestnut yesterday evening. It said you stormed in and furiously avoided everyone on your PC. Wrote this outrageous blog post in the news speak of, then stormed back out the door only to meet whom? Juliet! Meaning you're back in action with the shitty group and her. I cannot fucking believe it. So, now that I'm trying email so you can't touch me any longer. You and me, we are done. I mean it. Hmm. 20 data chunk uploads remaining. Huh. So, question is, what do we do now? We barely got any data chunks to upload. And this is not really important. But it was at Cyber Cafe Chestnut yesterday evening. That's where they met. This is where Harrison O Donnell did his dirty work, probably thinking we would not be able to track him down. We will track him down. I've gone through the information we have on the remaining suspect regarding the impersonation of Abram Goldfeld. We've received information from reliable sources that O'Donnell's probably a leader of Thought. O'Donnell predicted the bombings, this alone makes him suspicious. We have no idea why O'Donnell hid the post on the Thought block and his timeline. We're yet to clarify why O'Donnell would frequent drugstore so often. Perhaps he provided bomb materials. Why would O'Donnell have 2 health insurances? It is apparent that Harrison O'Donnell might as well be the part of the bombings. Probably is the one impersonating Goldfields. I wanted to prove this and lock him away for good. Oh, whoa. Cyber Cafe Chestnut. So we now have the point that Delacroix wants us to destroy him. Using our security apparatus. This is hitting very close to home if you think about what's been done in the past now. And I know that there's been a lot of government corruption in the United States. Under the Biden and the Obama, and also partially under the Trump administration. But then, Jesus Christ. Thinking about this is 2016, you see how much closer it hits to home. Hello world, the internet is like a chestnut tree, ever growing, branching, spreading. Everyone has the right to dwell or relax in its shadow, and we make sure you get your right. Need the rep? Got you covered. Out of battery? Charge it here. Need PC access only? Also yep. Bring a PC or use one of ours. Find us on Stallion Campus, Complex D, next to the actual cafe. All we ask for is an occasional donation, cash or goods in return if you can. That's it. Ready. Load lobby. Load high scores. What's the primary goal? To win the game. Reward scores for the time spent in our cafe, donating stuff or contributing to the cause by any other means. A heartfelt yay goes out to these people. Dank Frank, Hancock, Robot Lady, Multivac, Jagged J, DNet, Defnol, Elephant, Merv, Honeypot. Anything else? Hosts. Meet your hosts. Leonor, aka Persephone. Founder and boss of the bunch. Ahmed, aka Raider Snake. Superman, all-around super guy. Marker, aka Wicked Witch. Also with CCC, there's a German group called Chaos Computer Club. Honorable hosts. Harrison, aka Hancock. Former admin, and handsome. Hosts. Any more information? Yeah, I clicked on hosts already, game. Damn Orwell project. Ah, this is how we can load up things. Oh damn, with those data. Yeah, we can get to the PC. Registers the PC devices. I did 50 National Beholder mouse pads. Let's see. The cache. What's in the trash? No ideas. May not have heard that I've been affiliated with a group called Thought in the past. Thought I might as well blow that right into your face before some data miner does and claims shit. Yeah, let them claim shit if they love worthless shit all that much. Once upon a time there was a Daft Punk resort to build an activist group, but failed awfully. The moral of the story is your activism isn't worth shit, because peeps just don't care. As you may or not have heard, the Team B office is a bunch of cocksuckers, at least now you know. Don't you say you haven't been warned. Yeah, rebel punk god. Juliet Carrington. Hey you, I just want to thank you for your support on my blog post for the Thought. After feeling Nina does not really like me, I hope I didn't do anything wrong. Frankly, she scares me a bit. You know, I didn't want to occupy her spot and thought, if you want, we could meet tomorrow at Cafe Chestnut and talk about our great success at Stelligan. Next big thing, everything besides Nina, I mean, study at the campus. You work there, so we're neighbors anywhere. Are you in? Juliet, aka Dixon? A Life Trust invoice. Dear Mr. O'Donnell, please find your invoice for our service below. Total is going to be subtracted automatically from your stored bank account next 2 days. Thank you for trusting in Life Trust. March. Life Trust Family Plus Insurance March. Total is going to be subtracted automatically from your stored bank account. Including family members, alright. Where's my phone? Oh, now we can even go into his phone. Let's see what you find there. Uh, 2D Schwartz at mail receiver. Nina, I'm truly sorry for having drawn the investigator's attention to you, but to be frank, I overstepped the boundaries of our agreement. The bombs were meant as a warning to those who are indifferent, a beacon of remembrance to our message that the thought must always be free. They were not meant to kill. Once again, you disappoint me with your insurmountable hatred and rage. Considerable our agreements void. Abraham Goldfelds. Ooh. He did write as Abraham Goldfelds. It was Harrison O Donnell after all. Well done, investigator. Make sure we have all relevant location he might be hiding in his profile so that we can make an arrest. The question right now is, do I want to make an arrest? Do I want to destroy him? Jude's mobile phone. And what to get Cassandra's mobile phone. And Jules' mobile phone. Good, keep an eye on her as well. But he's definitely the head of them now, right now. Initiate. Knock knock. Who are you? Name's Initiate. Oh, you're this hacker guy Harrison spoke about then? Right. So you hacked the thought blot? You've been following us around? Why? What do you want? What I want to know what happened to Thought. These bombings have been ringing in my head. And I just don't know. Was this Thought's work? Was it a guff setup? Listen, I don't know either. I'm sorry, but this shit is majorly going down the drain right now. If you can help us, do it please. I feel my help got you where you are right now. You helped with Doc's disgust again. Harrison told me you wouldn't want to assist us. Don't talk so openly, or did you forget what's going on? Right, sorry. Can you do it again, what you did? Nope. They're going to track me down for sure. I barely got out the last time. We need more intel on this thing first, ATM. I don't see a way. Damn. So what are you doing? Oh, you don't know yet? Abram Goldthreads, who found the thought, sent us a message. Thought should get her once more. What? Abe is back? Yeah, and he says that he has a plan, you know him? Kinda. Where are you from? Coincidence? Oh, where from, yeah. Look, if you know Abram, why don't you attend this gathering as well? It's going to be 4 PM as a conference call. Give me a number and I will invite you as well. No. Thanks, but no thanks. Sounds like a trap to me. You shouldn't attend either. I'm pretty positive it's not. The emails sound authentic, but have it your way. I will. Good luck with this gathering. Good luck to you finding out what's going on there. You're going to need it. Law officers of Joseph! Cassie? They released me. I'm free to go. Wow, that's fantastic. I can't believe it. You must have had a hand in this for sure. Well, maybe I did. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wait, I'm going to pick you up. You sure you don't have to work? Work can wait. What the hell happened to you? Is this the same Joseph Langley? It's a long story. I will tell you on our way out. I'm so looking forward to seeing you again. Gonna be there in about 20 minutes. See you soon. Yeah, can't be soon enough. Let's see. Where the hell are you? Why did you leave Abe's? Our plan was to hide somewhere until we're no longer public enemies number 1 and 2. Yeah, that was before I found out what you did. You exposed a government employee. Take a close look at what happened. They're now after us for sure. Was that necessary? Look at T&B. We have developed the following. If they prosecute us now, there will be a public outcry. Not if you're proven to be horrible. This is a tiny crowd where the banners won't stop a thing. We'll be gone forever once they get to us. This is what they had to leave. Did you get Abram's email? Yeah, that was crazy. I know, all of a sudden he's back and he has a plan? Can't believe it. Where was he this whole time? Will you attend this gathering? Of course! If Abe is there, we must attend. I'll hide away someplace. I can call from my notebook. You should do the same. Don't hide anywhere you've been to in the last 24 hours. They might check there first. Will do. My damn phone is gone. Just like it disappeared this morning. You haven't seen it by chance? Jesus, can you take care of your stuff? No, I have not seen your phone. Oh, fuck it. Try to track it down, but it doesn't send a signal. Probably out of battery or something. Yeah, whatever. I'll go without it until the gathering. Yes, until the gathering. It's not out of battery. This is weird. Is this false information that's being created to frame him? That would be interesting. Miss Delacroix. Victor Rosen. Juliet, Victor here. Carrington? Oh, hey, Victor. I just talked to Mario. Why are you not at work? Oh, I sent a sick note. Didn't you receive? No, you did not. You were here the entire weekend. That's what the tracker says, but no one's authorized you to do so. No, you're meant to be here. You are not. Also, what is SB registered on your account? This device ID does not belong to a company-approved device. You explain these irregularities. I want you in my office as soon as possible. I don't think so. Hey Jules, hey Cassie. It's Friday, hangout time. I'm now just scrolling through a little bit. It's so much information to process. But I know what's he like. All work and no play. Yeah, you know what? Why not? Haunted house. Cigarette Freedom Plaza route to Cassandra Watergate. Gets on bus from the Freedom Plaza every day due to Juliet Carrington's suggestion. Or is Juliet Carrington the perpetrator? Holy moly. We need to read more information so we know the truth, so that we can follow the right lane. This is all the sabotagers. Yeah, we don't need a new portrait. Home phone. Oh, Mr. Gunther Ahrens. Goldfels is dead. What do you expect to happen on his phone line? You can see what happens on it. Anything else interesting in here? Yeah, this is interesting though. This is irrelevant information. Hey sis. Juliet, where are you? Poor choice to follow Abraham, creep. Just because you worked at Rosentech doesn't mean it's a good job for you. Uh-huh. You're not supposed to follow Abram Goldfels. He's dead. You're wasting precious time. Half our time is up. Stay diligent and considerate. We are working to find out the truth. Orwell was the technology on the project titled Demiurge. I command you to no longer dig around Abram Goldfeld's past. I could easily turn you into a target person for disobeying me. You would not want that, do you? Ah, screw off. What is stranger that Carrington requested material on this Demiurge? Yeah. Flawed. You see, Goldfels was the right choice. Flawed. So, now I've become Death, the destroyer of worlds. Oppenheimer quoted when he realized he made the nuclear bomb possible. For the first time, I truly understand what he meant. I know it is impossible to stop progress, so I thought I could. Change what was coming, control the inevitable from within. I cannot. I made a mistake. I must quit at once. The only thing I can do is seek redemption. So let this be my confession. I, Abram Goldfels, developed the so-called ethical codex for a project codenamed Demiurge. The which has been renamed Orwell, and I have proof for everything I am about to write clone to a device with the UID PC. Orwell is the most sinister project I can think of, a system to spy on every last citizen of the nation. My intention was to govern this highly invasive project by applying strong ethical constraints on what it can access and how it can access, and how that access is granted. I was given a lot of freedom in this regard, yet that was not enough. Seeing this thing in action, I can only look at myself in disgust for being so naive. They ignored the danger that was staring at me in the face. Even when the system is investigating targeted persons, it will jump from one individual to another, ultimately parsing all of the indiscretions and making everyone a target. Each test indicated one true fact: no one is innocent. I can feel the urge to run the press, to give them conclusive evidence that already exists. Yet I ask myself, will it achieve anything? Just another news piece lost to the crowd, one that will be drowned out by the latest Timeline scan or whatever Rosen is eating for breakfast? I doubt I will have enough strength to leave this article live on the blog. I can't handle the shame of what I've done. I bet they will start using the project against me, then the others I'm connected to. It will be for the best if I just archive it, but I need to commit my thoughts to words, even if they are just for myself. You developed the bomb. Ugh, so you know it now. Yes, right, Info Orwell, this is his doing. It was me who wanted him on the project in the first place. Get things right with Orwell, to follow ethical standards. Only very few people here knew that, and I wanted to make sure it stayed that way. Our most ferocious enemy worked for us, a person I chose. Now you know it all, discovered by the very tool it was all about. The irony is not lost on me. But well, you choose to disobey. I've warned you before. This will have consequences for you. You're in the system now, huh? Yeah, we're in the system. She added us as a suspect. Let's see. Yeah, that device is offline, sadly enough. Anything more interesting? Lives with his mother. So I'm sorry, Mom, I won't be coming home today. I will be there tomorrow, promise. In case anything happens at all, call Jake. Call Jake over, okay? Let me know if you understand. Okay. Great, love you. When are you coming? I'm not coming. Do you need anything? Are you okay? I am okay. DDDG. I'm okay, Mom. I'm not coming today. I will stay somewhere else, but I'm fine. Is Jake with you? Jake here. We're good, Harry. Oh, geez. Thanks a ton, Jake. Never mind. Come back tonight. Babe. I'm staying with Juliet. No, I'm not gonna ghost for a while. Ghost? Why are you ghosting? Trust me, I just gotta. Talk to you later. Fuck you. Yeah, sometime maybe. Okay. So his mother seems to have dementia. If this PC of Gunter Ahrens could just be damn online, that would be great. Can we somehow take care of Delacroix? I mean, the thing is, she turned us now into a suspect, right? Ahmed aka Rattlesnake. Martha, wicked witch. Ah, this is his girlfriend. Now the question is, how can we get Catherine Delacroix to be possibly a target? Or we just upload useless information for now? Delacroix is no longer commenting on anything. He's not going to any of those places. It's almost 4 PM. We'll most likely only have time for one more upload. Make sure it counts. Yep. A new profile picture on Juliet is important. It's 4 PM. I'm getting intervention teams ready to check all the locations you've mentioned. Now to wait, see what... H5 opinions. What's going on? I'm getting... Very good. Hey, initiate. Hello, is there anybody here? Well, I am. Harry, I don't know if you'd still be around. Barely got the time. Cassie, you've been released? Yeah, thanks to Josie. Don't know what magic trick he pulled off. But it worked. This is great. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing here, but I'm here as well. Joseph, great you were there. Holy crap. What is this? Who are you? A fool who is baffled by the madness he just witnessed. Otherwise initiate. We're glad you decided to join us. That's completely unintended. What do you mean you're in the call, aren't you? Yeah, I'm also in Orwell. In Orwell? Abe sent me an IP address to get into Orwell. It made hacking the damn thing incredibly easy. He did what? And that worked? Like a charm. I know kinda control the damn thing. It's really, really worrying. Come again? You have Orwell on a freaking leash? Fucking great. How does it worry you? My control's limited, and the Gov will get the control back at some point, but this isn't my primary concern. What makes me nervous is why would Abram have such an extensive knowledge of Orwell? This whole thing reeks of an enormous trap. Abe wouldn't betray us. No, he wouldn't, but you're right. Something very strange is afoot. We should get out right now. And this is the point where it gets even worse. I had a quick look at this file. Wouldn't believe what it says. Abram is dead. He died quite some time ago. What? That's impossible. I thought that when you first disappeared, but I put it to the back of my mind. What became of him? Dead? No, Abram, how? He was very sick, cancer. Oh, you old fool, why couldn't you tell us? He gave needed orders for the bombings after his demise. This means someone has been setting her up for real bad. And not only her, all of us. Who the fuck would do such a thing? I'm not getting info on who or why. What a pity, but it does prove my point. Wait, what do you mean, Jules? It was me, I set you up. What, Jules? You? Wait a sec, I can't fucking believe where this is going. Are you for real? Are you telling me you told Nina to place those bombs? I did. I'm not proud of it, but it had to be done. What the hell? Why? You, Nina, you two ruined everything for Abraham and for Thought. So you decided leaving me wasn't enough for revenge? You had to kill innocent fucking people and blame it on all of Thought? It was necessary. Or when things are the darkest, people will listen, take note, and actually enact change. Abe knew that. I know it was extreme. Extreme? Extreme? It's goddamn murder. I know, damn it. Believe me, I know. You're the reason I was in custody, Jules? How could you do that to me? Thought needed to be destroyed, that was the whole point. Instead of seeking me out and arresting me, Orwell labeled you as the target persons. Investigate you all, screwed up your lives. People need to see how fucked up Orwell is. It's not protection, it's invasive and manipulated doom for everyone. No one is innocent, everyone is a suspect. Abe wanted to make the whole world stand up to things like Orwell. He knew how dangerous the project was. That's why he worked on it. He did what? He worked on Orwell? This confirms what I feared, but I didn't want to believe it. If so, he could have gone to the media and make it all public, couldn't he? He was afraid. He thought nothing would ever change if he did. Can you blame him? He told me everything and only me. Funny, I just realized you're actually a much better yet much worse activist than Nina or me could ever be. That's admirable in a strange and very fucked up way. You're nothing but a bitch, Juliet, a liar and a killer. Cassie, Oh, just shut up. Just shut up. This is madness, Juliet. First Cassie didn't pull me into this. All those poor people who suffered at your hand. I still don't get it. Why draw all of this attention to Thought? You didn't convince anyone by your actions. Why this gathering where let me hack Orwell? I just need to convince one person how faulty Orwell was. Gossing and the guy Harry leaked information about was the man on the inside. Only an advisor. The person who has really been spying on you is still around. The person who actually went through your stuff, passed on the data. The one listening right now, the investigator. That's right, I'm talking to you. I knew you had to be around when everyone would come together. You had to be listening. Initiate was just a windfall, a chance to make sure you'd not immediately go up against us. Investigator, I have a question for you now that you saw Orwell firsthand. Do you really think that the system will help anyone? Do you think the government would not spy on you as well? Did you think you were outside the system? Think again, they evaluate even you. Abe knew that, he saw the madness, they observed even you, the investigators. But we can stop it. You can. Remember, you became recruited for being outside of the system, outside of the nation. What if you show people that they store about you? That even you are not outside of the system, that no one is outside of the system. All you need to do, investigator, is upload the data they have on you, incriminating yourself. This is so mind-boggling stupid, Jules. Why would the investigator cooperate? The gov will come after them. That's exactly the point. This evaluation is supposed to be a safety net so that no one misuses Orwell. Acting on evidence is mandatory. If the investigator incriminates themselves, they will be forced to prosecute them and reveal this evidence that investigators are actually being spied on as well, publicly. That is absolutely mad. I don't see this working. I would like to offer an alternative, investigator. Just so happens that a certain Catherine Delacroix is in these files too. As we make use of the fact that we have control over Orwell. Let's use it as a weapon and turn it against the government. Here's something dirty to be found about Mrs. Delacroix for sure. Let them act on that evidence. Now we are talking. No, hurting Delacroix won't help much. She's just gonna get replaced. This isn't the right way. Like I said, Jules, just shut it. And nobody's interested in what you have to say. But how can you trust this investigator? What the hell? How did they find fuck? Harrison, what's going on? User quit the session. Seems he just fell prey to this great surveillance system. Oh shit, we need to act fast. Let me show you what I can see right now. Here, streams up. Here's Cassandra's file. Oh, this feels like a slap in my face. They've been collecting all of this? They got me flagged as potentially dangerous? It was this investigator. No, I can't trust that person. I'm out. Joseph, your turn. My turn? Yep. You know what's funny about your file, Joseph? It says here you were offered a release of Cassandra for unthought. And you agreed. Especially given the fact what was just happened to Harrison. Damn, yes I did. I got this offer and I reported Harrison. I had to. Cassandra would not have been released otherwise. I can't believe this. This is horrible, but then again, you did it for me. I don't know what to think. Fuck. Cass, I'm sorry for you. Harry, I can't take this anymore. Leave me out of all of this crap. Cassie, wait. You've got to do this without me. I'm sorry. Well, it's just great. See how many you're fucked up all of this is. It's exactly what we need to show people. Show them how we've all been affected. Get them to fight with us. I shall speak on behalf of Nina then. I only realized now it might have been my fault Nina got investigated in the first place. But it's all clear. The investigator is responsible for hunting her down like this. They caused her death, no doubt. Perhaps the investigator didn't know any better, and we know Nina was guilty. That's not strengthen my trust, though. But then the investigator arrested Harrison. No, we cannot trust such a person. Meaning the final verdict is... not a single vote to trust the investigator. I'm finally going to do this my way. It's down to two of us, it seems. Well, my plan to gather support for you failed, investigator. If you still want to fill my plan, go on and give Delacroix hell. You'll find something dirty. If you attempt to make up your mind, you can tear down the entire system. Just complete my plan, please. I will turn Delacroix into a target person. I think I can easily activate this extra PC for you as well. When Abraham stopped his work for Rosentech and the government, he cloned all the information he had and hid it in his office. He told me and I maintained it. The system is programmed to boot itself again in a couple of minutes. You have access to everything. You just need to find the UID of the device. I cannot tell you here, now that Orwell isn't tracking data chunks. I have full understanding of if you judge and incriminate me for what I've done. I think I deserve it. It's up to you now, investigator. Do the right thing. Finally, I thought this disturbance would never end. The backend engineer said we had an unwanted guest. We all know it was thought. It's about time to undo them. We must be strong. We must show these people for what they are. The nation's safety is depending on it. Find them a way to incriminate them, together as a group. All we need is a hint that Abram Goldfield's intended his group to carry out terrorist actions. You could trace the attack back to a remote PC. I'll manually unlock this PC for you. We gotta shut it down. Kafka. Demiurge. I know this is very close to the end, so this will be now an extra long episode. Ethical Codex, Project Demiurge, Rosen Technologies LLC, author Professor Goldfeld's Abram et al. This document is highly confidential. Don't distribute a copy without authorization. Goal of this paper is to stipulate a set of mandatory guidelines to be implemented in the mechanics of the hard and software combination to Demiurge. Said project is in development at Rosen Technologies LLC as of creation of this document. The intention of Demiurge is to allow the investigation of crimes and suspect individuals through online information. The very nature of this project demands for the inclusion and embedding of strict limitations in order to ensure the preservation of privacy of said individuals and anyone related to them. The guidelines stated herein shall serve this cause. Image authorization key. We have here. Based on guidance proposed and guidelines, we conclude that ethical surveillance is possible. How can I write this? This is absurd. Marked as to do. Documents highly confidential. The human element. The use of human elements in the system shall serve the purpose of keeping the investigation impartial while at the same time keeping the powers divided. The image shall be operated by pairs of human elements. An advisor will operate from within the system and an investigator who shall be a client outside of the system, e.e. the nation. The advisor shall be an employee of the government. Their duty shall include advising the investigator as well as drawing conclusions and respecting action, e.g. considering a person as a target person. To this end, the advisor may communicate directly with the investigator. The investigator shall be a citizen outside of the nation to reach the utmost impartiality. The investigator must not be able to communicate with the advisor to prevent power misuse. Restriction of discovery. Discovery of new documents shall be restricted to those on which a target person can be identified without any doubt, and similar data that are already contained can be detected. The investigator must be prohibited from browsing the web freely, even from public pages. There is no distinction between public documents and privately accessible ones. So I do not understand. Why do you have to turn to the press with all this material? Could have created the attention you wanted. No, we could not. Juliet, there is one thing I've learned all of this. People need to see the consequences before they ever learn. They must experience them firsthand, or at least let them see them affect someone they can relate to. Otherwise, it's just an abstract concept. I suggest Neil and Harry have been right all along. Can't possibly mean that. In a way they have been, yes. Not necessarily about the violence or scaring people, only consequences. Consequences that happen right before the eyes of the everyday person. Not some report. An event that is going on while everyone is watching. How could we ever hope to achieve such an event? If I had an answer, I would have done it, Juliet. I will soon be hospitalized, Juliet. I can feel it. This sickness is getting worse with every passing day. The guide from my chair feels like an Herculean effort by now. Or to be honest, I think we'll still have more reading to do than I expected. So, I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye.